Hey, great Sunday evening. It is a beautiful day in the city of Brownsville. Amazing weather. Well, except because it was raining, like rain, and then it stopped all of a sudden. And then that was like thunder. And, then it started to get really hot. And that happens, when it rains a little bit and then it gets really hot.
Yeah.
Brownsville weather. It's crazy. I mean, what's funny is like como everything started to oler a tierra mojada, a little bit like, oh, saludos, gato. Ace, my man. Oh, with a guitar. And all of a sudden, nothing. It was like a dog pissing on Boca Chica. Nothing.
I went over to Morrison earlier and behind the Shipley's Donuts in that area where the new IHOP is at.
Yeah.
And I thought it only flooded in Southmost, but apparently it flooded a little bit over there too.
Oh, yeah. It floods there too. And tonight we got Roman Perez with us tonight. Roman!
What's up? Go Cowboys.
Cowboy?
I got to support the Cowboys, man.
Oh, because you're from Southwest, I forgot.
There you go.
Hello, Royal, my man. And of course,
Hey,
we got Frankie. Hey, Frankie, how you doing, Frankie?
Hey, good evening, Erasmo. How's it going, Roman? Hello,
what's
world.
up, Frankie?
I'm super excited for tonight's show. One, for having Roman on, but most importantly,
I know, right?
for what has been transpiring lately. Just FYI, before I forget, guys, JJ Watt donated $8,000 to Mercedes ISD for sporting equipment, uniforms. So I think that's a pretty cool deal that someone close to home was benefited from JJ Watt's foundation. So shout out to that. So thank you for having me, Erasmo. Looking forward to tonight's show.
Buenas noches, señor Hernández. Allá. Mackenzie Bryant, where's Mackenzie? She has gone MIA. I hadn't seen her in a while. I was actually thinking about Mackenzie the other day. Good evening, Liz. Hey, evening, Pedro. Oh,
Hey, Zach.
Zach the man. Zach the Attack is on tonight. Zach, bro, you should have come on tonight, bro. Roman,
Get him on. You know what? We need to get him on for the protest talk. I'd love to hear what he thinks.
JU is awesome. Oh, Frankie, you may reach out to Zach. Zach's amazing. I love Zach. I think I have like a little crush on Zach. I don't know why.
You probably do.
Maybe I don't.
Probably do. No, I think you do. I think you like the beard. I think you like the beard.
I love Danny Lucio. Hey guys, it has been a great, weird kind of day for the city of Brownsville, I would say, and not in the usual way. Again, we always try and start off with the numbers out there. Popcorn ready. I got my popcorn today from Levi and Kai. Levi and Kai is at the mall, at the food court, guys. And I just remember because Manny said food, popcorn ready. This place is amazing. It's amazing. I would show you my candy apple, but I already ate that also. Man, please support local business. I love Levi and Kai. The NBIC received 33 million still money, even though all employees were working from home. I think 19 million. Buenas noches, muchachos. Hola. Good evening, Alberto. Not tonight, guys. Sorry. Oh, Zach. Love you,
My heart is broken.
Your butt is broken. Hey, guys, the numbers, and on Sunday we don't get any numbers because we just don't. Cameron County Health Department, I guess, doesn't think that any positives are going to come in on Sunday, so we get no numbers on Sunday. I know that Hidalgo is usually pretty good. Vamos a ver qué show. Ay, Erika. Buenas noches, Veronica. Hey, good evening. I love this girl. This she's amazing. Amazing. Hello, buenas noches, Laura. I love your mask. Guys, no numbers came in, but Dr. Eder Hernandez, Dr. Eder Hernandez,
I'm not going.
Guys, that there were 8 positives this weekend. Hola, buenas noches, Trinidad. 8 positives this weekend. So, despite the fact that Cameron County is not working, well, we know that Dr. Eder Hernandez, was, he's got his little practice out there, and he's working it. Don't you think, Roman?
I don't really want to go there, dude. I really don't. I don't want to pick a fight with Eater, and I'm not going to call him doctor just because you want to call him doctor. I'm not going to. I'm not going there. Just not.
There's no more. Now, did you hear COVID disappear? We'll go into it right now. You knew where I was going. Apito, my man! I love that mask, bro, and that shirt. Pretty awesome, bro. Hey, Al, let me tell you, how's it
Hey, what's
going?
up, Al?
Buenas noches, Diana. And Cindy's just laughing. I love you, Cindy.
Cindy can laugh all she wants to. I'm still waiting for her apology, but whatever.
Anyways, guys. So we got 8 positives. Now, one of the Jesús, ya le cayó el stimulus a Robert. We can hear him and see it.
Oh, really? Actually, you know, you were right, Erasmo. It was the modem.
I told you.
It was
Buenas noches, Mike. Man, Robert, you our own Ben
Yeah,
Shapiro. Hey,
Ben's
wow.
awesome.
Muy
Ben's
guapo
awesome.
ahora. Gracias. Saludos, Sarita. Saludos. Truth.
Roman's our Tiger King.
Like Cindy's still laughing.
Tiger King. Oh, dude, don't even say that.
Thank you, Maggie.
She can laugh all yeah, what, she's not out there protesting or what?
This is my man right here. Luciano Estrada. Stay positive, bro. I love this man. I have a crush on him. He just doesn't know it.
First Zach and now him?
Huh?
First Zach and now him? Damn, how many questions you got? A lot.
Hey guys, so there's 8 positive. Now, one of the other things that Dr. Ed Hernandez mentioned was that that he had been going.
Really?
Hey, Clarita, some chulos. I love this man. Good evening, Mike. What is Roman holding? A wipey or what? I think it's a condom.
Yes, no, it's a wipey. It's a wipey.
A hanky.
Hanky.
Yeah. A hanky.
I thought it was Louis Anderson when I saw it was Roman.
Oh, no mames, dude.
Oh, thank you guys. I love that man. I got a crush on that man too, but he's passed away. Where's my love, Erasmo Castro? Aquí estoy, papi. Oh, the oppression. It's a guys. But Dr. Hernandez let us know that he spent all week.
That's like what, the 5th time?
He spent all week going to the nursing homes and testing them. So I think he only had like 3 more nursing homes to go. So I'm going to guess that we're going to expect a couple of some major numbers coming in. I'm hoping that the nursing homes are going to be. Hey, Manny, my man, love you, bro. I'm hoping that the numbers are going to stay low in regards to the nursing homes. But I don't know. I have this weird feeling that we're going to get a mess load of numbers starting this coming week. That's just my suspicion. I'm not sure. I'm not basing it on anything out there. Frankie, did you know if Hidalgo County reported any positives today?
Yes, they did. Let me pull it up very quickly. I did see that.
Well, I appreciate it. And again, it trips me out how Hidalgo County continues to record or report information to the public, on a daily basis. And again, we don't. We think it's okay. Hey, good evening, my man, Luis.
Erasmo, 15 positives for Hidalgo. They're at 575.
Damn, 15 positives for Hidalgo. I'm going to guess that for tomorrow, Brownsville, I'm going to guess that we're going to have like 30 positive, 20 to 30 positive.
Just in Brownsville or in Cameron County?
Cameron County. Anyone want to take a guess? 20, 30?
I'd say 15. Should be the average.
I don't know. I'm 18. We'll go with 18.
Okay, good. I'm a little bit more skeptical, so I'm going to go over 20, probably under 30. I was wondering, and that's why they have made these murals for Floyd and Kobe, but where are the ones for Jimmy Gonzalez, the kid who got shot coming? I'm not racist, but come on, Jimmy, I love you, bro. Let me tell you, that's one of the things that we're going to basically talk about today. Throughout the United States, the entire country, everyone's experiencing these protests. I think a lot of the cities are on their 6th day of protest, and it's really, really a very sad situation. It's a very, very sad situation because towns that have already been suffering from the state shelter in place for months now have to deal with the burning down of their town. It's like that. Have you seen that meme of the spider or the tarantula? Or sometimes it's an ongoing joke like, "Hey, what do you do when you see a tarantula in your house?" And there's some people out there. There's a meme that says, "Burn it down." Have you seen that, guys?
Yeah.
No.
I've seen it.
Roman.
I live in my own world, so I haven't seen it.
Guys, I think
I'll see it.
I mean, well, that's what basically has happened. I mean, a lot of these towns have experienced coronavirus. Mackenzie! Where have you been, Mackenzie? What's up? My feelings are hurt, Mackenzie. My feelings are hurt. A little bit, Mackenzie. You were like a full blown support. You started these talk shows, Mackenzie. You were the one that
She
made
did.
those the she's knees, and then we lost you, Mackenzie. Anyway, let's get to real topics. Reality Border Streets. We'll go on there, David, in a little bit. Good evening, everyone. Peaceful protest taking a cart in Travis Park here in San Antonio. That's awesome. I love that. New virus, the George Floyd 19. So
Oh wow.
oh, Mackenzie. We miss you, Mackenzie. Anyway, guys, Mackenzie, a great supporter. I love Mackenzie. Praise are hurt. My eardrums are hurt. Sorry, guys. Hey, guys. Oh, and my microphone's way over there. They're closer. Hey, so what happens is these towns, they're getting burned to the ground. They're being burned down crisp. With riders, looters, police versus extremists. It's madness, guys. It's madness. And again, what are these towns to do? I mean, a lot of the towns, they're like on desperation mode. And a lot of these towns, they started off with having these individuals who are, Democratic mayors, and the president went out there and said, "Hey, we're going to help you out. We're going to, maybe send the National Guard and all this stuff." And some of the mayors were like, "No, it's okay. Don't come and help us." And now, Roman, I think it's like, yeah, come and help us.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. I mean, there was an NBA guy, I guess, who was on the 28th of May was saying, "Hey, burn it all down," and then like 3 days later, "Hey, don't burn down my neighborhood." I mean, it's getting ridiculous out there. I know we've been fighting over on Frankie's Wall with a bunch of liberals who just think this is okay, and it's not okay. Burning down your city is ridiculous. You should not be burning down your city. You shouldn't.
Erasmo, there's been a lot of unrest throughout the U.S. Very quickly, San Antonio yesterday, there was mayhem. They destroyed Whataburger, which was kind of it hurt.
Get up.
It hurt. Yeah, it hurt.
First
And
to
also
Starbucks, now Whataburger.
and DPS, the Department of Public Safety, they're sending their officers up north to San Antonio and to Austin and to Dallas to try and calm the people. So hopefully we calm this down as soon as possible.
Well, and one of the things I don't know, I started off with putting up a nice little funny little meme, because even here in Texas, it's nationwide now. It's not only in Minneapolis; it's really throughout the whole country. And one of the things that I put up there was, how there were riots out there in different cities throughout the state of Texas, like Austin. Well, not Austin, not so much, but Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and other places. See, I just don't understand how ignorant people are in the Valley are. I was born and raised in Brownsville. I mixed up African American. Everyone wants our culture. Listen to our music. When they hear ours. And they also want a culture. I'm over. They don't know what it is to be black. Preach, Kay. I love Kay.
Thank you, Kay.
Oh, I love this guy. Whataburger has been destroyed. Stay positive. I love this man. I love you. Anyway, so. And I put up a meme, and then here in Brownsville, estábamos todos comiendo tacos. We're cool about it. But I do want to say, I know that there's a post out there in regards to, people were in Edinburgh were protesting. We were going like, hey. And people were asking, well, where's the African Americans out there? There really isn't many. And then today, like right before we actually came on, we started to go see the protest that was going on in the city of Brownsville. And look, guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am a constitutionalist. I completely believe in the right to assembly, the right to protest, the right to get together, the right to express your opinion in any which way you care to. I'm all for it, guys, 100%. So I applaud these people, really. I applaud these people that went out there in front of the post office on Elizabeth Street, to express something. Now, with that said, I don't think that they were going to get a lot of traction on Elizabeth Street on a Sunday, because not a lot of people pass by Elizabeth Street on a Sunday. The traffic is going to be very, very minimal. I mean, some people, after seeing the post that Frankie placed and then I shared, some people were saying like, "Whoa, where is it? Are they still there? Because we want to go and support." So again, people's rights to go support. I'm all for it from the end. But I said, well, they just posted, so go. And they went and they placed the video, and I shared the video on my page. So again, I applaud individuals that want to go out there and protest civilly.
But why did they wait 5 days after the fact?
Well, I think it's the niche thing to do. It's the let's all do pro. Everyone's getting together.
You mean the niche thing is in everybody rioting and looting and going nuts and
No,
crazy?
no, no, no,
Really?
no, no.
Wait 5 days to do it?
The niche thing, like, let me go on this little bandwagon because they're doing it everywhere else. So we want to. I mean, going out there and holding signs is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Now, if they started to loot and riot, pues I mean, pobre chinitos downtown. I mean, they were going to hit the dollar stores
Hey.
and the 50-cent stores down there. I mean,
we have a mayor and
what were they going to loot and riot? And let me tell you, if they did a lot of looting or rioting or breaking windows down there downtown, it'd probably make it look a lot better than what it looks now.
Don't say that. You have a city commissioner owns buildings over there. You have a mayor who owns
I don't care. It's crazy. But again,
hey guys, yeah,
go.
Real quickly, a special shout out to the Rodriguez family, Tropical Shades and Sunglass Forum. How's it going, guys? Thank you for tuning in. In regards to, I believe it was a bad location at Erasmo and Roman.
Yeah.
They should, if they wanted traction, I would have gone to 802. I would have gone to Southmost. I would have gone to Alton.
Yeah,
Glory.
no, thank you. You can keep them, Frankie. You can keep them.
But doing it downtown, I don't know the symbolism. Can you, Erasmo or Roman, let me in on the symbolism between doing it downtown, because there again Sunday afternoon, no traffic downtown. Can you guys let me know their understanding for doing it downtown?
City Hall.
I can tell you, I think it has to do with a lot of the Brownsville's history, Frankie. A lot of Brownsville history did start up because that was a federal courthouse before it became the city commission. Plus, beside that, that's like the niche place for people to go and protest. I know that we went out there. I don't know if you were with us, Roman. We went out there when with Lincoln Park. We went out with Lincoln Park. We also went out there with the city commissioner to remove Commissioner De Leon. So I think it's like the place to go and to meet up. But again, I think Sunday they missed around. I bet more than the same percent of the people in Brownsville that were protesting have no idea the name of the guy they were supposedly protesting.
No, they were saying they wanted us to say his name. Like we knew, like nobody knew what his name was. Like we know what his name is.
Yeah, we know his name. No. I think why destroy where you live? Textar, yeah, and we're going to go into that, Michael Tracy. The ignorance that I am white and I live in Brownsville. I hate the people. They look at me and I think I'm racist because I'm not, because I think people need a peaceful protest. It makes no sense. I love all people, all lives. You love me too, right, Michael Tracy? Please. Well, guys, again, going back into the shoot, I'm sorry, I missed over some comments. No le digas, se van a ir por allá. Beautifying Brownsville. Downtown is not Chinitos, they are Koreans. Sorry. Hey, nobody protesting that Erasmo's racist or something. That's the last thing I need, bro. I'd be more than happy to participate. Just because it doesn't happen to y'all doesn't mean that it doesn't happen at all. Peaceful protest. Again, Christopher, I love peaceful protest. I mean, again, when someone mentioned it, Christopher, I applauded the person. And everyone was trying to dog on her. I said, no, I mean, I'm all for it, 100%. With that said, let me say something, guys. I love it, Christopher. And nobody get me wrong. I will support with every essence of my being for anyone to go out there and protest. My concern is, why does the cheese have Roman the racist on the show? My Lord. Anyway.
How exactly am I racist? Tell me how I'm a racist. How am I racist?
Anyway, guys, okay. I don't think Roman's a racist.
I'm not a racist. I mean, Erasmo, you and I have both participated in protesting. You and I both have done that, right? There's nothing wrong with protesting. The problem that I have is that you have people protesting right now, 5 days after the incident that happened in Minnesota. You have people deciding they want to destroy our country because they feel like this country is not a good place. And so they're out there protesting. Give me a break. And the fact that, I've simply asked the question of, are there any African Americans, any black people that are protesting? And there aren't any. They're all Mexican Americans. They're all protesting there. They're part of the white, not white supremacists, the white knowledgeable college educated people They're the ones that are protesting. They're the ones that are probably causing a lot of the problems in the African American communities that are protesting. I mean, African Americans are the ones who's going to live in those neighborhoods that are getting destroyed right now. They're the ones who live there. White people don't. The ones that are going in don't live there. They can go back to their little house and pretend that. I posted this earlier, I think, on your thread, Frankie. You have people that are going to go back in their little bike lanes and focus on that crap, as opposed to helping and fixing those neighborhoods where they actually are experiencing the pain that they're having. So,
well, let me
anyway,
tell
that's my 2 cents.
that's part of the thought that I shared 5 days later because people working throughout the week. Guys, that's part of
They work, really?
That's part of
They
the,
work.
that's part of the
40 million unemployed. Sorry about that.
that's part of the reason that I gave in regards to you cannot destroy what is yours, people. And see that is part of the disconnect that a lot of people have. Guys, you cannot destroy what is yours. And I shared the example of individuals going out there and busting the benches out there at Morningside Park. Guys, it's your tax dollars. These people are hurting themselves by going out there and destroying their city, by burning it down. How does that bring any essence of respect for Floyd? It doesn't, and not Floyd Mayweather, George Floyd. What you know? How does that bring an ounce of respect or an ounce of anything for him? You know, it doesn't at all in any way, shape, or form. So again, guys, is that we're only hurting ourselves for these people that are out there. We're very fortunate here in Brownsville. You know, it was a couple of people out there. Again, I appreciate it. I think it's very impressive. My concern is, where were all these people when PUB was raising our rates 36% for the past 7 years? Guys, where were all these people when Sylvia was out there pocketing millions and millions of our children's money? Where were all these people when the port all of a sudden made $25 million disappear? Where were all these people out there protesting? Again, guys, again, you have every right to protest anything you want. But guys, there are pressing matters here in Brownsville, locally, that I wish that y'all would get together and protest as well. I mean, we recently lost $1.3 million at PUB, guys. $1.3 million. And that's your money. Your money.
Erasmo, and if I could piggyback on that, you know, you are right. You know, us three, we're all in favor of protesting as long as it doesn't become aggressive, as long as they don't destroy business owners' property. And if we could go to KK's comment, Erasmo, she says the Valley does not represent the African American culture, which is hard. We don't celebrate Black History Month. So how can you guys really understand? And that's something that Erasmo has been expressing these past couple of days, especially with MLK, how we don't celebrate it as much as we should, and how we put our emphasis on things such as Charro Days, which, you know, we're all for our Mexican culture. But in reality, MLK did wonders for the world. He opened up so many avenues for so many of us minorities. So we are in agreement with UK. There should be more a celebration of African American culture, and more importantly, for MLK. And one thing, Erasmo, you know, again, we're all for protesting. My only issue was, if we want to make this to the forefront, you know, go on a bigger stage. And again, we're not tooting our own horn, but if it wasn't for Brownsville Talk, you know, many people wouldn't have known about this going on. We got no publicity. We got no advisement of this going on. And again, shouts out to the individual who provided us with that information. You know, I asked, hey, can I give you credit? He's like, no, man, you know, I'm fine. So again, there's a lot of people, a lot of vigilantes out there who are doing good for our community, who are working behind the scenes. But again, I'm all in favor of K. You know, we do need to celebrate not only our culture, but we need to embrace the African American culture, and MLK for all the great things that he did at Erasmo.
Well, Kay's right, and Kay, I don't know if you were on when I mentioned it. You know, Martin Luther King is one of my personal heroes. You know, I mean, when I went to Washington D.C., I wanted to go to the Martin Luther King Monument, and you know, I've done my best to to read up and you know, to really enrich my life with a lot of his teachings, and I love the fact, and I had a discussion on here yesterday, I think, with a friend of mine, with Mike, who was saying, "Oh, but he promoted Rise." I said, "No, I mean, this guy was a mover and a shaker in regards to peaceful civic protest. I mean, very admirable, you know, and very admirable. And again, I love the man because of his Christian background. You know, he's a Baptist preacher. You know, your servant here is also an amazing preacher. But I really wish that we would actually celebrate Martin Luther King Day here with all the due respect it's given. And again, people that I call my family are African American or black here in Brownsville. You know, I before I used to joke, I got, hey man, I got 100% of the African American vote here in Brownsville, and believe it or not, I do. And well, back then it was because we grew up with like 2 or 3 families that were African American. Now there's several more, and I'm very proud. I'm glad that they're here. And again, a lot of them are I consider family. I mean, really, really very close to me. So I agree with Kate. We need to, for people to be out here protesting. Oh, que Floyd, to remember, que all this injustice towards black people. And well, wait a minute. Why haven't you been a little bit more vocal in regards to pushing forward a lot of the recognition, a lot of like the Black History Month? I mean, I haven't seen a protest here during Black History Month. I mean, I know that it falls in the same month as Charo Days. But, you know, if we're going to be this inclusive, I mean, let's start, you know, really practicing what we're out there preaching, guys. And in regards to Martin Luther King Day, it needs to be a holiday for the district. And I hope that the district opts or decides to finally, after years of neglect, make it into a national holiday for the district, for our students, so that we can start educating individuals of the great things that Martin Luther King did for our community. But going back into the protest, guys. So thank you, Kate.
If I can say something,
go.
The thing is that we as a community don't even recognize and accept people like Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta, or even Jose Angel Gutierrez. You know, we have civil rights movement leaders from the 60s that are Hispanic that we don't even recognize, and you want us to recognize Dr. Martin Luther King, and we do. We recognize who they are. But as a community, we have to realize here in Brownsville, here in the Valley, we have not had the greatest of treatment of African Americans since the 1906, the early 1900s, Brownsville Ray. We've also have to understand that African Americans in the Deep South were not lynched as much as Mexican Americans were in the entire same period here in the Valley. There were historians have shown that more Mexican Americans were lynched at the same time period as those in the Deep South that were African Americans. So we've experienced the atrocities just as much as the African Americans have. The difference is you don't see us out there rioting. You don't see us out there looting places. You don't see us do that. Why? Because we don't want to do that. We don't do that to our own neighborhoods. We just don't do that. We should do that.
No.
You know.
Now, Bernardo, let me tell you again. We're all for all lives matter. We're all for Black Lives Matter, 100%. I don't think that's an issue. Bernardo, our issue is, I mean, we have people here in the African community here in the city of Brownsville who are going, stop this thing, stop this, guys. You know, you're really, and again, I was watching a report from Mr. Floyd's brother, who said, guys, this is just disrespecting my brother. I mean, stop ripping off Targets. Stop burning down mom and pop shops. That is not protest, guys. That is a criminal activity. That is criminal activity. If you're burning down police cars, flipping them over, burning down mom and pop shops, beating up individuals off the street is criminal activity, and those people should be thrown in jail. Should be thrown in jail. That is not protest. That is anarchy. That is chaos. We cannot live in a chaotic society. It's very simple. And then again, the president gets all this heat because he says, "Oh, if you loot, then the shooting is going to start. Or if you're looting, then the shooting." Guys, and I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If anyone goes into your house with your children in it, with your wife there or your husband there, shoot the person. Shoot the person. If they go into your house to hurt, to kill, to rape your wife, your children, or rape your husband, shoot them. Shoot them, because husbands get raped too. It happens. This is America. Freedom for all. But guys, again, going back to my other point, guys, come on, guys. And I support y'all going out there, and I'll support you again. I'll even go out there and protest with you guys. I promise you. Anytime y'all want to set up a protest, let me know. I'll go out there with you. I'll hold up a sign with you. But next time we get screwed over by PUB, by stealing our millions and millions of our poor people's money here, of all people's money, not just black people's money, not just Mexican people's money, but everyone's money. Next time they go out and steal $100 million from the poorest community in the nation, I better go see some dumb protest somewhere. Someone picking up a damn sign. Something. They continue to rip us off blind, to screw us left and right, and nobody says anything except the bloggers, except people like Roman, except we here. No one says anything. When's the last time you saw a protest for Sylvia stealing our kids' money? Anyone see that protest? Where? Come on, guys. There's crap happening here in the city of Brownsville. Here. They keep on spending money on ciclovia and bike lanes and sharrows, and the poor animals at the zoo don't have any food to eat. Nothing. They have to do GoFundMe pages for the zoo. And have you seen any protests, Roman? For the poor koala bears? Who gives a shit about the poor koala bears? Somebody give a rat's ass. Somebody pick up a sign for the koalas.
Give me a pen. I'll make a sign right now for you, Erasmo.
Yeah, Erasmo, it's unfortunate. Again, this is a U.S. issue, and again, this is something that affects us all. You know, again, racism is alive and well. We understand that, but at the same time, you know, we have to focus on here locally. Again, it affects us here in our own region, but again, PUB, BISD, there's been many misappropriation of funds, Roman. So I think the media also uses stuff like this to sensationalize the issue, and we forget what's happening down here. But the free the koalas. So again, Erasmo's correct. I wish we would be this passionate about things happening in our area. But again, the Floyd issue, it is a U.S. issue, but we should be more conscientious and more proactive in regards to issues happening here locally in Brownsville, Texas.
I'm trying to figure out why they were protesting and wanting to destroy the Alamo last night. Yeah, I'm saying stupid things. Yeah, like, you know, that's stupid, going after the Alamo. I'm supposedly saying stupid stuff, but people are going after, you know, trying to destroy the Alamo for no reason. Really? Like, what did the Alamo do to you? What did the Starbucks do to you? I mean, I don't even need it. Drink at Starbucks, man. You're making me want to go to Starbucks.
At Starbucks, that takes half my paycheck sometimes. Feed the koalas!
Yeah. Hold them aside.
Feed the koalas!
Yeah.
Guys, GoFundMe pages to raise money for the zoo in Brownsville. Not one sign except mine. This is the only sign in protest. Camille Playhouse. It's going bankrupt.
There was a couple, Erasmo, that they donated $1,000. They sold masks and they gave money. And again, it looks bad on the city of Brownsville when you have citizens stepping up to the plate and giving funds to try and keep up this nonprofit organization, Roman. And we hope that the city of Brownsville is taking necessary steps to fund that. So we'll see.
Roman, what did Anonymous leak
Roman,
today?
Isn't it embarrassing, Roman? I mean, shouldn't the city?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Shouldn't the city commissioners feel embarrassed that Camille Playhouse and the zoo, Gladys Porter Zoo, in order to feed the animals, Camille not to feed the animals, the zoo to feed the animals, they made a GoFundMe page. Isn't that embarrassing? Shouldn't that be embarrassing for the city?
Absolutely embarrassing. It should be embarrassing. But I'm pretty sure they're going to use that as an excuse. No, we weren't able to feed the animals, so let's raise your taxes. They're probably going to want to raise our taxes because of all this. But hey. No, they're going to use that excuse. Can't spell koalas. Doesn't realize it doesn't even have
koalas. And doesn't realize the
Hey, Lazaro,
you're new here, bro. That's exactly my point.
It was a.
Thanks for tuning in, though. Thanks for tuning in.
I love it. That's exactly my point. I was waiting for someone to come. Thanks, Lazaro. Love you, man. Animal lives matter.
You know,
it's so sad that I will not raise my son here in the valley, which is my home, but I refuse to have my son go through the race. And okay, please don't leave. I mean, I you know, my family. I call them my family members. My niece, you know, just had a beautiful black, fat little baby. You know, I mean, we want you to stay here. I mean, we don't want people to leave. You know, we want you to be a part of our community. And again, I guys, we got to start thinking about everyone, especially the poor koalas. Guys, please.
Really? Wait. You've been voicing your things in public comment. Dude, I lived doing public comment for 5 freaking years. I never saw you. I've never seen you speak in public
Oh,
comment.
no, that's fine, Denise. I hats off. I
Uh,
appreciate doing that. And again, hats off. Again, I love the fact, but again, we need this type of protest. I'm again, and Denise, don't get me wrong. I applaud it. I shared it. Again, I'll be a part of it. I will stand there with you holding a sign, but I want us to be equitable. I want us to protest everything that happens in the city of Brownsville, not only to Black people, not only to Mexican people, to all people. I want us to protest when PUB continues to rip us off blind. Look at your electricity bill. It's going higher and higher and higher. Our taxes are going up because our appraisal values for our property went up. No protest, zero protest. Sylvia stole millions of dollars from our BISD students. It's proven. Not one protest. Esta Prissy Roca Tipton is over here trying to give vendors contracts at TSC. I mean, TSC full of students, political major students that are going to UTRGV. You know how many protests were out there complaining that Prissy was trying to get vendors on the payroll there at TSC? Not a one. We have to unite, Denise, and we have to fight everything. Not only that, which is niche, like George Floyd, George Floyd. No. And again, that's fine, but let's do it for everything that happens here, also in Brownsville, where we get screwed constantly. Can I get a shout out for my friend David? You almost made me say it, and I did it. David, where are our tax dollars? In Sylvia's pocket! That's where our tax dollars are at, in Sylvia's pocket! When did Anonymous release TJO?
Yeah, they released some information regarding allegedly Donald Trump, the president, paying off multiple individuals for either sexual harassment or sex, something like that.
Well, let me tell you guys. And then, one of the things that I think teachers at BISD didn't receive a full $5,000 raise. IDEA paid their teachers their full $5,000. IDEA didn't require teachers certification. Not one single protest. Not one single protest. Teachers got $65.70 for internet use. Not one single protest. Justice for Arambe.
There you go. Yeah. Wasn't his birthday like 2 weeks ago or something?
Didn't your family's business steal from thousands of undocumented folks? Wasn't there a recent federal case settlement against your family business? Let me tell you, I never mentioned the family's business here. But let me tell you, no, I'll say this, my family has never stolen a dime from anyone. And see, that's part of the problem, Denise. See, you go on assumptions and on stuff that's bullcrap. See, that's why we'll never progress here in Brownsville, porque se la pasan con puro chisme y cuento instead of actual facts. Now, if you want to come out here and say, oh, I have proof that Erasmo's family stole money from people, go for it, sister. But you come out with bullcrap because that's all you have. Oh, you're another Minerva. Oh, Erasmo had sex with a student in a car. Shut the hell up. Bring facts. Stop being a chismoso, back and forth chismosa. That was the old, when we started the Erasmo page. Jeez, come on. You really want to attack me with that? I was praising you, you idiot. I was on your side, imbecile. No, it's not true. 100% not true. Now, wasn't there a recent federal case settlement? No. There was no federal case. Listen to my words. There was no federal case settlement, idiot. Hey. Teachers at BISD didn't receive the full. Oh, we done got that one. Mm-hmm. Any other question, Denise? And I'll answer because I don't care. I'll always respond to questions. That's the other thing about people in Brownsville. You try to tell them I'm on your side, I'm out there with you. And no, they want to take a cheap shot. Shut up, idiots. Get educated. Yeah, you called it as a dude. You shouldn't pay gender roles.
Oh, I didn't call her. I really called her a dude. Oh, I'm sorry.
And yeah, I lost respect for the chick. I mean, I lost respect for her.
Don't say chick. That's
I don't care.
wrong.
I lost respect. Guys, we're having a conversation here. We're talking. I'm out
Hey,
there.
she said my comment was stupid. So
I'm out there trying to support. Comes out with a cheap shot, idiot. Oh, I saw it on a blog. It must be true, idiots. Forget the bicycle lanes. Give the money to the zoo. The zoo actually brings business to the city.
It does. I honestly, the zoo does. There are people that live out like in Corpus and will actually come all the way down to Brownsville just for the zoo. They don't come down here for the bike lanes. I don't care if Brownsville is allegedly the bike capital of the valley. Give me a break. They don't come to the bike lane. They don't come to Brownsville for bike lanes.
Roman, the Ciclovias, they were down to like 50 participants, and more than half of those were city employees that had to be there.
I have no doubt about that.
I said yesterday, and I'll say it today, todo es culpa de Minerva la Penguin. Minerva la Penguin!
Whatever, Frankie, what were you telling us before the show about Minerva? What were you saying, Frankie?
Oh yeah. That since the protesters are out, the COVID-19 is gone. So she predicted it. It's gone like magic. Poof.
After 3 weeks, and you know what? It has been 3 weeks since she said it. You're absolutely right, Frankie. It went away, Frankie. That we don't. The coronavirus doesn't exist anymore. All the protesters or rioters or looters or whatever you want to call them,
look at
they're out there, commingling together. Some wearing masks, some not wearing masks. They're like within inches of each other's faces. The coronavirus doesn't exist anymore. She was right. It was a hoax.
Denise,
it was all a hoax.
I found your source, Denise. Your source for your accusation was off one of my hater pages. You're an idiot, Denise. An idiot. And that's the problem. This person is part of the problem with the city of Brownsville. These individuals, they're getting, our community is getting screwed back and forth, and they want to focus on a lie, on a hater page. They want to focus on a blog instead of actually producing facts. We produce facts, guys, Denise. We produce facts. We produce facts that PUB raised our rates for 36 years, for 36% in 7 years. In 7 years, raised our rates by 36%. That actually affects your parents, Denise, because you probably don't. You still live at home. It affects your grandparents. It affects your family. That hurts you. But do you go out there and protest? Not a word. No, because you're too focused on. Let's hate it on Erasmo. Idiot. What you are, an idiot. PUB right now, they stole 1.3 million of our dollars. The federal government.
Did they find it?
No,
they found it yet?
Excuse. We're going to talk about that this week. The federal government is out there investigating how they stole 1.3 million of our dollars. And does Denise care? No, she wants to put up a sign for Floyd out there on Elizabeth Street when no one is passing by, when hardly anyone is out there. That's what they prefer to do. Because it's the niche thing to do. It's like, oh, it's the cool thing to do. No, that's what I want to do. Not a single protest for Sylvia going out there and stealing money from our children. Oh, but Erasmo's family must be stealing from undocumented family because the hate pages in the blog said so. Idiot.
I made this point on Frankie's page, and maybe people don't. Maybe reading difficult for some people. I guess. They waited 5 days to do these protests after you saw the civil unrest throughout the country. So I argue, well, you're not really out there to support, Mr. Floyd and his memory and the injustice that happened to him because he was murdered by those cops. We all know he was murdered by those cops. We saw the video. Why did they do it that day or the day after? No, they waited 5 days until you see all the looting. To me, they're not standing up for Mr. Lloyd. You know what they're standing up for? The criminal looter. That's who they're standing up for.
It's stupid.
When they're out there when on Elizabeth Street, they're not standing up for him. They don't want us to know his name. They're out there wanting us to support the criminals out there that are destroying property. I honestly have no idea why they're destroying Whataburger, Starbucks, want to go after the Alamo. The Alamo represents a symbol of revolution in Texas by men and women by men that were our same color, Tejanos. They were Tejanos that died in that Alamo. It wasn't just white people that died there, and they want to destroy the Alamo. Give me a break.
You're tired of dealing with incompetent folks in our city and local government. We call City Hall, and 10 years later, still everything the same. That's when Roman are just bitter for what? For what?
No. Idiot. My name is Roman, Roman, not Raymond. Okay, if you're gonna say something, you need to say it right. Don't be stupid.
Why is Ramon bitter?
I apparently I'm bitter. I have no idea how I'm bitter.
Ramon Ayala, no?
Ramon Ayala. There you go.
Ramon Ayala, well, yeah, Ramon Ayala is pretty bitter. I'm not
Yeah, he's
bitter.
very bitter.
I'm,
I don't know how I'm bitter, dude.
I'm handsome and totally not fat.
I'm totally not bitter.
That's why these people hate.
I don't even think you know what the word bitter means. Maybe you look it up in a dictionary and figure out what that means.
Stupid stalker creeper. Go out there and hold another sign all week long, idiots.
But Erasmo, she went to public comment. She's gone out there and she's spoken about like a corporation. She went to public comment and talked about corporations. Give me a break.
We live at City Hall, Roman. We've been actually out there fighting Fly Frontera, fighting things that actually matter for the city of Brownsville. Mm-hmm. Never seen this little kid. Never.
Who is she? Like, I don't even know who she is. She doesn't exist. Maybe she's just a figment of our imagination. Hey, but we're bitter. We're bitter. We're bitter.
No, I'm not bitter. I'm just disgusted at people. Really, just very, very disgusted at people who have no sense of civic duty whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm going to go hold up a sign. I'm going to hold up a sign for Floyd Wallace. A sign on stuff that doesn't even going to affect anyone here in the city of Brownsville. Wow. Constantly, we get raped, pillaged, and plundered. What did I do? Nothing. Oh, I spoke at a meeting one time like 10 years ago. I've done my part. Shut up.
I mean, we've had a Mexican American be killed at the hands of law enforcement, and I support law enforcement. I support our boys in blue. But did she protest that?
Nah, not she. Not
there. How many people have been killed by law enforcement throughout in the last 10 years? Have she gone to protest any of them? No, of course not. Not one.
Sylvia Atkins still on the board.
Their life didn't matter.
She's still on the board. Has she gone to a meeting? No. Is she voting? Not herself, but she has Minerva, Prissy, Drew, and Philip voting for her. So, yeah, she's still voting. But there's people in line on COVID. That's just me informed. There's people in the line of COVID.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I don't think people should be called names, Erasmo. Well, exactly. But let me tell you, Mary, I don't give a rat's ass. You come after my family. You come after my mom. You come after my family, and you already started off the wrong foot, Mary. So don't come out here and don't talk about my mother. Don't talk about my father and expect me to be all peachy keen about it. Because let me tell you, Mary, the day that I start talking crap about your mom and your dad, then you have every right to call me anything you want. Así de fácil, Mary. And if it's just too much for you, that's fine. Hasta Dios, no hay problema. But let me tell you, do not come on here or anywhere because I am not one of those peachy king type of people, Mary. I am not. You go after my mom, you go after my family, you go after my father, you better expect all hell to break loose. Because let me tell you, folks, I don't mess with anyone's mommy. I don't mess with anyone's daddy, and I don't mess with anyone's family. You come after my family, you better believe I'm going to hit back. 100%. Así de fácil. That's the way I was raised. I do not pick a fight. But you come to... I was even agreeing with this little girl. I was agreeing with her, Mary. I was even actually supporting, encouraging, saying that I'll go out there with her. And then she wants to drag my mom, my family into this? No. The wrong person, Mary. So... yeah, she deserved every single name I said, and she deserves more, period. Again, you want to have a civil discourse? We'll have a civil discourse, and we'll dialogue. But don't come in here bringing in my family into this mess. She's an idiot. And anyone that goes after your family, Mary, anyone that goes after your mom, your dad, they're idiots. Thanks for speaking out and letting us know that's actually happening to us and trying to help. Then people trying to attack you. But it's pathetic. I mean, really, again, and you know what? Come out with the facts, come out with the facts. Don't come out in your source being a hate page, my stalker page. Shut up, don't come out here with facts. Well, these are the facts because we produce facts. We come out here and we tell you your light bill has been raised by 36% in 7 years. That's fact. They've pocketed more than $100 million of our dollars. That's fact. They recently, 4 weeks ago, they stole 1.3 million of our dollars. That's fact. But don't come out here. Oh, your mommy steals money from undocumented workers from federal court settlement. Not true. 100% not true. No truth to it. Yeah. Love you.
And I'm, did our PUB bills go down? Our fuel charge go down the last couple of months when nobody was driving and fuel prices were plummeting like crazy. They're almost like what, $0 or $-. Did they go down? No, they didn't. Right? They just
No.
keep pocketing our money.
Well, that's one of the things that I said. I said, guys, give the money back to the people.
They should.
We took the money, and you know what? And I actually got one of the commissioners say, "Erasmo, that's impossible. We can't do that." I said, "No, it's possible." FAR did
Do it.
FAR did it. FAR sent out a check to its residents because they overcharged them. And then the commissioner, well, how did they do that? I said, like, they cut a check. That's how easy it was. They cut a
Not
check.
Complicated.
So the city of Brownsville should have done exactly the same thing. Yes, you're right. No one should be talking about, yeah. And nobody wants that to happen. And again, I was on this little girl's side. I was out there encouraging. Vete la porra. But that's what happens. No, that's what happens. You try to lift these people up. Say like, oh no, come on, I'll give you a benefit of the doubt. I know they want to take little cheap shots at your family.
Was she the one? Was she the one that called me a racist, or just the one that called me a stupid person? Yeah, the same one. Pobrecita. Que Dios te ayude.
Frankie, I think the date is the 30th of May. The 30th of May. No, the 30th of June. 30th of June. She's going to go in for the removal from the BISD board, or they're going to discuss it. I don't think it's going to go through. I think that's going to get pushed forward. Yeah, it's already too late, guys. And then on the next day is the first day for the final little thing. And then I think is it the first week of July, Frankie, that she has a pre.
I think it's July 6th, isn't it?
July 6th?
I think so.
Yeah, that is correct. As of right now, due to this COVID-19, the court system is still trying to see how they're going to do it. There are some courts, Roman, throughout Texas that are having jury trials via Zoom with the jurors. So that is correct. We don't anticipate Sylvia's removal to go ahead. So I think the preliminary hearings will be to address how they're gonna go about the jury trial at Erasmo, whether that's in July or possibly August.
I have really reliable sources telling me that Sylvia, Minerva, and Eddie are cowboy hitters. It's true.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Go Cowboys!
Go Cowboys! This is so awkward coming out with family.
Hey, I saw it on the internet. It's real. It has to be real. I believe it.
Mary Rose, again, I never do it. Let me tell you a story, guys. And, back in the heyday, I'll give you two examples. Back in the heyday, we were fighting Carlos Quintanilla.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy was the Fly Frontera. He tried to steal millions and millions of our tax dollars. That guy threw out crap about me. Oh, okay, Erasmo has two bounce checks, and then he had the passing a forged document, and he had the deferred adjudication, and Erasmo's horrible. And that's fine. When he came out with that, I took it and I posted it on my page. I go like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to hide from anything. I don't hide from anything. So when that happens, all of a sudden I started to get all this information. It was que no sé qué, que he's a deadbeat, que child, and I never mentioned it. Never came out with it. You know why?
Until now.
You never go against family. You never attack family ever. But and the reason is because we're not fighting anymore, Roman.
Yeah, that's true. We're not fighting anymore.
You don't attack with family. The same thing with a city commissioner. I'm not going to mention his name, but the city commissioner that we were fighting back then, and we worked to get him out and everything else. All of a sudden, they started to send me all this trash about him in regards to his family, and not one time.
Yeah, I remember all that stuff.
Not one time did I ever post anything about this guy's family, ever.
Yep.
Because you know what? And I tell people, never bring family into fights. Never bring family into fights. You want to fight me on my record? Fight me on my record.
Yeah.
Ni modo. It's valid. You want to call me out? Que Erasmo resigned from the board? Call me out. It's valid. Erasmo got DWI. It's valid. That's fine. Don't go after my family. You go after my family, and it brings it to another level.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've had, it happened to me as well. We had a current city commissioner out there, coming in front of my house, posting a picture of my house where my family lives and where my family, and
It's
they're
uncalled
basically
for.
going after my family. You don't do that. I would call that, in my personal opinion, stalking. You don't do that. You don't post it on social media. You just don't go after family. But some people are adults in this world, and they understand the game, that you don't go after family, you go after the individual, the person that you're fighting with, and that's it. But some people just aren't adults, and unfortunately, Denise, que Dios te ayude.
Whatever her name, I don't care her name. I leave things to God, sir, and more power to you, Mary. More power to you. I do the same, but let me tell you, you you hit me, I will hit you 10 times harder. I mean, I'm sorry. That's how I was raised. That's what I believe. That's what I will always teach my kids. If anyone hits you, you go out there and hit them 10 times harder. Don't be the victim. Don't be the victim. Don't be the instigator. Because Mary, go through the thread. I did not instigate a fight with this little huertita. Did not instigate a fight. But you better believe I'm going to finish a fight with that little huertita. 100%. Or anybody else. I don't give a rat's ass. If you come out here and you want to have a civil talk, a civil conversation, a dialogue where you disagree with me, I'll have it all night long. I'll have it all night long. But you want to come out here and throw crap in my face and not expect me to come back at you? You're on the wrong little show. Because let me tell you, I believe in civil protest and civil discourse. And you could disagree with me 100%. You could protest all you want, and I'll support your ability to protest. You go out there and cause harm to someone and destroy their property and everything else, God help you. God help you. Because I sure won't. May God protect you. Because if you come after my family, anyone in my family, you better believe that the wrath of God is going to come down on you. 100%. That's just the way it is. But I love you, Mary. I appreciate that you put things in God's hands. God is not involved here. So, where's the Tanasca money? Exactly. People at PUB, puro Houston, Texas fans. She's actually legitimate daughter.
Oh,
Hey, the
who's
new
that?
PUB building cost
Who's he talking about? Who's Frank?
Denise. The PUB building. I think how much. Can't remember how much it costs, but I'll find out. You should not give false testimony against your neighbor. Well, okay. You want Bible? I go Bible. Mary. 6 things. It's in the Proverbs. 6 things does God hate. The 7th really, really ticks him off. You know what that is? Anyone? The 7th. 6 things does God hate.
Oh no, wait.
The 7th, really, he really, really, really hates. You know what that one is?
Lying.
No. El que planta discordia entre los hermanos, entre sus hermanos. El que planta discordia. Translated for Denise or for anybody else out there.
Oh no, you can do it in Spanish. We're all bilingual here.
I love you, bro. I love Dr. Hernandez. It was a different person.
Sorry.
You were racist.
It hurts right now, dude. My leg really hurts right now. Dude.
Hey, this is my primo. Hey, Lázaro.
How long do you anticipate these riots going on? Do you anticipate them going on for more days, Roman?
It'll probably last as long as coronavirus lasts. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping it goes away today. I mean, it should not be happening. I really hope it does stop because it's very dangerous. It's unfortunately distracting everybody from what really matters right now, and that is keeping people apart as much as possible so the coronavirus doesn't spread. It's just amazing how quickly the pandemic went away. It almost like it doesn't exist anymore. What happened? Municipal court doors
now will continue to be closed to the public. Session will be held via Zoom as now until the further notice. Call us if anyone needs any questions. Thank you. Yeah, municipal court, they are closed. And that's more power to them. That's fine. And everyone out there, my friends out there at the municipal court, stay safe, guys. Fortunately for us, the city is a little bit more forthcoming in regards to letting people know when people in certain departments have tested positive. Everyone out there at City Hall knows that an individual tested positive, and they completely shut that place down. They shut it down and they started to disinfect the place. So I can appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't think the same thing is happening with the county. That's for a story for another day. We'll talk about that later. That's what they should be protesting. That this woman gets punished with full extent of the law. Protest and judge actually does his job and send her way. They don't. They want to. They want to discuss what's happening in Erasmo's life. Getting off subject. Some truck drivers will not deliver during the protest and hoodlums beating up the drivers. It's crazy. I mean, but let me tell you, and I might get in trouble, but I don't care. Uh, I really believe that there's some people, and I suppose lives matter. Thank you, Nora. I think there's people out there, bros. There's some people out there that are being paid to loot these stores or to initiate the chaos. I'll go back to that white guy that was all covered up with that black umbrella. That guy was just breaking the windows for AutoZone, like telling people, take all the stuff you want. And that's just very, very unfortunate. I think it's a political stunt. Saludos, NA. Love you, bro.
What do
They
you
were
think about
breaking
these
into.
celebrities?
Go ahead.
What do you think about these celebrities that are paying to get people that are arrested bailed out?
I mean, they got the money. Let them pay.
So you think it, or Biden campaign staffers that are paying to get these people bailed out, the people that are causing the riots?
I mean, the more money Biden spends on getting people out of jail, the less money he'll spend campaigning, I guess. I don't know. I mean, not that I care. Look, I don't run campaigns with a lot of money. So I don't know what it is to have a lot of money to run a campaign. But let me tell you, if I had $1 million, I'd run a hell of a campaign. I wouldn't be putting people that are lawbreakers out of jail. I mean, all that does is incentivize them to continue to be out there doing more crap. So
Yeah, that's the point.
I think it's irresponsible. I
It
think
is.
it's dumb and stupid. But again, they're right to do with their money. We can hold up a sign protest because it's our right. Yeah, but the truth is we need to fix what's going on here. Amen, Leah. Here, even getting a good job can be times depend on who you know. Exactly. And Leah, when's the last time you heard anyone out there holding up a sign for el compadrismo, for los compadres getting a job and not the most qualified people? No one has done it. Our justice system is corrupt as well. We've seen it many times over and over and over and over again. Leah's right. Again, I agree. Where are
I interrupted.
Go.
I interrupted Frankie earlier. What was he going to say? I apologize, Frankie.
I think I was talking about looting Louis Vuitton and how other malls, they were just shut. Like here in Houston, they were shutting down the Houston malls for fear that people were going to be looting and doing other things. So it's crazy.
¿Va a haber segundo cheque? I think so. I think we're going to get another stimulus check. At least another stimulus check. I think it's coming. I think it's going to be closer to the election time, though. That's just my guess. But I want another puppy Trump check. Let me tell you, that puppy Trump check was amazing.
What'd you do with it anyway?
I got myself a little computer. I got myself a nice little setup with a lamp and a nice little microphone. That's why I look a lot more prettier now than I did when we first started these shows.
Did you buy makeup too, or what? Did you put
Yeah.
makeup in there? Oh wow!
Actually, I'm paying a makeup artist to come do me.
Hey, we're going big, Roman.
Oh,
We're going big.
yeah, I know.
Oh, hello,
Wow.
fellas. Stay safe. There are a couple
Andrea.
of buildings near the White House on fire. Apparently, Trump is hiding in a bunker. That's a rumor. It's crazy. I have to go to my office tomorrow. Bless you. Stay safe up there in Washington, D.C., Andrea. Love you.
We miss you, Andrea.
We need to
We
get
like Andrea a
Roman
lot.
Broncos
She's cool.
jersey. We will.
Hey, I like the Broncos. Broncos are a good team. My compadre's team is the Broncos.
We will be on mandatory stay-home orders soon if Abbott doesn't martial law our butts. Honestly, the numbers of coronavirus will only increase partially because of the weakening and shelter-in-place orders at the large group of guys. Well, you know what? It's kind of a weird, Primo. We're about to go start graduations at the BISD this whole week.
That's tomorrow, right?
It starts tomorrow, and let me tell you, I don't think it's going to go well for the city of Brownsville. I really, really don't. But again, people just don't want to listen. They don't want to believe. They don't want to. Mighty God, where's the great power and eternal wisdom? We are giving them in loving care. Preach, bro. Love you, man. Patricia Ramiro Barrera versus Alicia Castro. Again, estás terca, mujer. really goodness, you actually continue to go talk about my parents. De la porra. Going back to rioting, if anyone decides to riot, can can it be in front of? ¿Les debe
Sorry.
dinero o qué? Solos, solo.
Oh, yeah.
Antifa is now considered a terrorist group. Oh, did he already sign it? I know the president was talking about it. Did he sign it?
Senator Cruz has been asking to be, and he's a friend of mine. Senator Cruz is actually a friend of mine. He's cool. He's been calling to name them a terrorist group for 2 years. You know, so like I'm hoping that President Trump calls them a terrorist group and actually
they are
goes
the
through with it.
terrorist group. They are.
Mm.
We are now under curfew. Went into effect a couple of minutes ago. Wow, in Washington D.C. is under curfew, guys. It will last.
Be safe.
At 6 a.m. Wow, that's happening throughout the country. We're used to the violence in society. We see it every weekend at Ultimo Taco. Change lives matter. Change lives matter.
Let's go hold up signs.
There you go. There you go.
No more chicks because of riots. Jeez. Broncos won the Cowboys. Protesting like charity begins at home. There's no new cases, and there haven't been announced. 8 new cases. 8 new cases. Brutal Dallas Cowboys. Hoodlums hiding under excuse of protest. It's crazy. Erasmo Castro Olivo, we've got 4 remaining nursing homes to test. We have tested 6. God be with y'all. Dr. Ed Hernandez.
Did you get the PPE? Did he get the new PPE or no?
I'm not sure.
To protect him. I mean, we don't want him getting it. We don't want any of our people getting it.
8 new cases, John, in City Brownsville.
I just got a text that there's a church in Washington, Andrea, the St. John's Church, Washington D.C. It's on fire, so it's getting bad.
Denise,
that's insane. Why in the world are they doing that?
If you look at my post, I never insulted your family, Denise. You think that saying that my mother stole money from illegal aliens? You really think that's not an insult? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You think that saying that my mother stole money from illegal aliens, you think that's not an insult? You're an idiot. An idiot. A stupid idiot. That's what you are. Idiota. I'm sorry, Roman.
I know I'm beside myself just thinking that we have churches, whatever denomination that church is, being burned to the ground because somehow or another, what did God do something to you? Did God make this happen to that poor man that was murdered? Did God do that? Is that why you're burning the churches down? That's disgusting. That's un-American right there. If you're out there trying to be, you know that the freedom of expression is also there. Freedom of religion is part of the First Amendment too.
Well,
I'm not beside myself.
One of the things that I brought up graduation for is because there's a rumor that some individuals out there during graduation are going to take a knee during the national anthem. And
Why?
let me
Why would they do that?
That is, there's I appreciate protest. I don't appreciate people disrespecting our flag or our national anthem. Protest
during a graduation, they're letting you have a graduation, and you're gonna go out there and protest during the graduation. But we really shouldn't be having the graduation outdoors right now in the middle of a pandemic, and you're gonna use that opportunity to go protest. That's the rumor.
Again, I'll specify, that's a rumor that's out there. That's a word that's going on, guys. If
don't do it, guys.
If you have plans to do something that stupid, please don't. Please don't. I mean, really, it's just uncalled for, and it really is. It would be very inappropriate, guys. There's ways to protest. There's ways to show your disapproval. And, protesting against our country is not the right thing.
We have BIS.
Did not murder this man. Our country
we have BIS.
Murder this man. Sorry, Roman.
No, I'm sorry, Erasmo. Just that we have BISD employees, teachers, staffers that are putting their lives on the line to put on this graduation because we have people that think that this coronavirus is a hoax, and you're gonna have these students allegedly protest because some African American man was murdered, however unjustly. He was murdered. Disgusting that he was murdered the way he was, and you're gonna use that opportunity to protest when they're gonna give you a diploma because you graduated high school. Really? You take a knee. I hope nobody ever hires you if you take a knee. because that's just wrong. I just I'm really I'm usually not this emotional about stuff like this, but it's insane. You really have people putting their lives on the line to hold this graduation. You're gonna potentially protest. But hey, I'm the racist allegedly. Oh.
Erasmo, would you say that this is the students doing it upon themselves, or maybe like there's an ulterior motive for like parents or somebody trying to say, hey, it'd be best if you did this?
You know,
It's not.
I'm going to be very, very shocked if people from BISD actually initiate this or take part in this. But what I heard was that it was coming from some of the students, and a lot. We do have a lot of very uh, real far left teachers out there, which is again their right to be far left. But again, to encourage students to do something like that is not a good thing, guys.
Well, why are teachers? That's not the job of a teacher. The job of a teacher is not supposed to be a leftist, a conservative, a middle of the road. That's not their job. Their job is to teach, which in the book, learn about or whatever they've researched or whatever. But their job is not to coerce these people to become leftist liberals or white supremacists, radical Republicans or conservatives. That's not their job.
It is his job. So. Who organized tonight's demonstration in Bronzeville? I don't know who organized it, but again, whoever did.
Was it Denise? Denise?
I don't know. Whoever did, hats off to you. Again, I even wrote in someone's post out there. I love it. I love protest, and I love that they did it 100%. Again, I want individuals to protest everything out here, And again, anyone wants to protest anything, I'm all for it. I'll go out there and protest with you 100%. But guys, let's protest other matters that affect us as well. But the haircut is fire, Franco.
Oh, yeah, I still have a haircut.
God is before all flag and all he needs to God. Preach, Sonia. Again, guys, please. You're doing graduation. You're going to be sitting down. Well, hopefully standing up for the national anthem, guys. Don't do the knee thing, please. And I hope I don't see any of the BISD people doing the same thing. It's really uncalled for.
Board members, like little Eddie.
No, I don't.
Can you imagine little Eddie do it?
I don't think Eddie would do that.
Yeah, I hope the board members wouldn't use that stage to take away from the graduates. I hope not.
Yeah, what it is, guys, it's taking away from the purpose of it. And the purpose of it is to honor the graduates and, to give them what they want. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Still going out to graduation is a mistake. That's my opinion in regards to it. But again, hey, man, if that's what people want to do. Ni modo, ni hora es bueno. The more power to y'all. Don't sidestepping by taking a knee down. Taking a knee has been done. No, not original, no more. It isn't, guys. I mean, it really isn't. Come out with something a little bit more creative or something. But I mean, it's not the time. I mean, if you want to get together, if all graduates want to get together and protest after graduation down Central Boulevard or a place that makes more sense, maybe like Four Corners or over here on 802 and Paredes Line Road, I'll go out there with you. So any graduates, any parents out there that want to go protest in a place where you're actually going to get seen, and you want to protest or put up signs about about the horrible death of George Floyd, I'll go out there with you. You just let me know, and I'll be out there. Hello, guys. Cállate, chupete. Carlos, why didn't you come on, bro?
He's busy saving lives, man.
Yeah. Did you rescue anyone else today, Carlos? Carlos, where were you tonight? Wasn't Carlos supposed to be on this weekend?
We'll get him on.
I miss Carlos. Not that I dislike your presence, Roman. I like you, especially because your apartment or your house is very cold right now. I could tell.
Yeah, it's very cold. Always cold.
Right now, the teachers are pissed. They might for vendetta. It's sad. Please, teachers, do not. There's no respect. Respect our national anthem, please. Right. So much to their bitching. We want a graduation. Puro bolo. The squeakers. I love Richie. He's so expressive.
You have a crush on him too, or what?
Yeah. In a democratic
Oh, you did?
privilege and the right to vote. Let's get out there. Yeah, when did you have all these, you know what? And I would take a survey of these people and I would question if they had actually even ever voted. Tanto con graduation to make it about something totally different. It's crazy, guys. If that happens,
Good point, Frank.
no invitaste, bro. You don't need an invitation, bro. You have an open, always invitation, bro. Always.
What about me? Me too? Me too?
Of course.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Hey, man.
We miss Carlos.
Hey, Erasmo, can I ask you a question?
Go shoot.
It got sent in. When will BISD tell the students and staff the day we return back for the 2021 school year?
They sent out the surveys. The truth of it is they haven't really figured it out. I mean, they're going to go. I've talked to some administrators. They're going to go with a hybrid type of system. They just haven't figured the whole details out. Now, and again, guys. Well, first of all, let me say something. I'm going to say that. I was going to say well, it's not completely their fault because of the number of students and everything else, but it is their fault. And it is their fault, and I'll tell you why. If they would have done what should have been done, instead of being capricious and being stupid, what they should have done was, after spring break, ended it all and start preparing for next year. If that would have been the case, Roman, we would have known exactly when they were going to go back, what type of learning they were going to be taking place, and they could have already started to prepare stuff. But they didn't. So now, I mean, they haven't even had a chance to do that now. You know why? Because they've been trying to figure out how they're going to do graduation. And what's going to happen this next couple of weeks, they're going to be so engulfed in it because it's going to be a learning thing. And then, bam, they have summer school. So they're still not going to be able to figure it out. So a lot of individuals out there that plan vacations, plan to leave, to be with their family, don't know what to do. I mean, I've gotten the messages as well, Frankie. A lot of people don't know what to do, and it's all because instead of being proactive, these people are being reactive. And they're reacting to everything that's coming out of my damn mouth. Everything that is coming out of my damn mouth, they're being reactive to. Instead of taking some suggestions and some advice not from me, from people all throughout the state of Texas that have been doing it completely different and have been ahead of the game as much as it's humanly possible to do. So now they're still asking for Roman. They're still asking for damn surveys, Roman. It's madness. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, we've been calling this since before spring break. You and me, we had the discussion there in your office. They needed to be ready now. We needed to end it before spring break. We needed to be prepared. If they would have used that week before spring break to prepare for people being at home and knowing what was going to happen, say your goodbyes, they could have done everything they needed to do because we all knew how bad at least me and you knew it was going to be pretty bad.
Of course.
We predicted it. We knew it was. We're not Johnny come latelys. Neither one of us. You too, Frankie. We were not Johnny come latelys in this thing.
No, Sergio, is this an invitation to the party?
Congratulations, Julian.
Congratulations, Julian. Sergio, is this an invitation? If it is, let me know. I'll be there.
Inbox address.
Hey, do you need a permit to protest? Not in Brownsville. You never have a major protest. I imagine if you were going to get 100 people, maybe 50 people. I think we had 10 people, no? Out there?
Not the 5 that were out there.
5. We had 5 people out there. I don't think that's even.
It was 5 only. It was only 5 people there.
I'm joking. It was probably a good 15 at the most.
No, there was maybe less than 10.
10?
7. Maybe 7.
I was calling. Hey, there was Firulais. The dog was there supporting too. I don't know if you saw that.
Firulais.
There was a dog.
They had a dog there holding up a sign.
Canine life matter.
I know. It's stressful. Yes. Yes. So, Roman, any last words?
No. My last word is pray for our country. I mean, I think what we're doing right now, experience these protests, these looting, these criminals out there looting. It's sad and it's ridiculous. and pray for our leaders and our law enforcement who are trying to bring sanity to our cities that are being destroyed. I'm sure you've seen some of the videos. I think it was Chicago. They had cops being dragged by protesters on top of each other. I mean, that's just sad. It's disgusting to see that our law enforcement do that. However you may feel about law enforcement, when you're pulled over, or you feel like they're pulling you over because you're driving while brown, or driving while black, or whatever. There's still our law enforcement there. There's still our public servants. They're putting their lives on the line every single day. They don't know if they're going to make it back home that night. When they say goodbye in the morning to their wife or their daughter or their son, they don't know they're going to come back alive. And so for us to be disrespecting them the way that we're doing, just because for ridiculously, I think probably racist individuals doing that to that man is just wrong. And so, but pray for our country. That's my last word.
I'm excited to hear the demonstration for George Floyd. Again, I like the protest myself, Diana. By the time I got to the post office, they were gone. Yeah, it was very quick. Did people get chased off? No, they didn't. They just didn't get a lot of feedback because on Sunday you don't get much traffic out downtown. Also, people became moronic on the comments. I I agree that some of the comments were a little bit far-fetched, but again, that's part of being in a free society in regards to people wanting to express themselves that way. So, I mean, again, I don't let comments bother me. I don't let attacks on me bother me. Just don't attack my family. That's simple. You can attack me all you want. You call me anything. You can bring out my 2 bounce checks and passing a forged document. My DWI. You can bring that out every day, multiple times a day, a million times on Sunday, and I'll be okay with it. Don't come after my family. Frankie, any last words?
We've seen throughout the U.S. how people have been taking advantage of this. We spoke about this previously, how people from outside of Minnesota or outside of different regions have been going in and causing havoc. Our friend Iana Vela, just posted that protesters defaced a World War II memorial and other national, statues and stuff like that. What is this world coming to? We have no respect. We have no control. We're pretty much asking for the federal government to issue a martial law. We understand what happened in Minnesota is horrendous. No individual, whether he's black, brown, or white, should go through this. But it all falls on us. What kind of society are we? We have to be more civilized. Again, the more we do this, the more we're going and allowing this to happen. Roman, Erasmo, we talk a lot of smack about President Trump destroying America. Oh, he's destroying America. He's destroying America. What are the protesters in Minnesota doing? What are the people trying to burn down the Alamo doing? They're literally destroying America. So again, I understand the frustration. I understand people being upset. This is a time of uniting, of coming together, not of destroying, not of causing havoc. Hopefully here our lesson will be, let's focus more on what happens in Brownsville. Again, it's very important what happened to Floyd and to other minorities and African Americans. But Erasmo, I do want to piggyback what Erasmo said. We focus more on other things, Roman, but we don't really focus on PUB misappropriating 1.3 million. We don't talk about a city school board member who is indicted for allegedly accepting federal bribes from an undercover agent. But we have Erasmo Castro and the people go crazy and they want to lynch him and they want to bring the world to his knees. But we have individuals like Sylvia Atkinson who does what she does. And have we heard from the school board, Roman? Have we heard from the newspapers? Has our community been demanding public hearings and saying, hey, where is this woman? Why has the district have done nothing? Again, our priorities are wrong. I just hope we see the bigger picture for what it is. Let's focus on Brownsville. Let's make sure that what happens to us, what has been happening to us, doesn't keep on happening. Let's elect people who we can trust, who are accessible, so we can ask those tough questions. But again, it seems like if Brownsville always keeps on electing the same old individuals, come November, we expect to change. Teachers, counselors, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, we're counting on you to come out and vote this November. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great start to your week.
Carlos just informed us in regards to firefighter Sean Hemingway. Our prayers out for Sean. Sean's Sean's been out there back.
Sorry about that.
A lot of action in the community. So my prayers up, Sean.
Did he have coronavirus?
No, he said that he coded and is in the ICU. Imagine that he's still with us, but again, my prayers and everyone's prayers. Please, let's pray for Sean Hemingway that that he comes out of this, and my prayers for all our firefighters, all our amazing firefighters, and all our first responders out there. Our police force. I mean, great respect for our police force. Great respect for our nurses, our doctors who are out there. As on the front line in regards to everything that we're going through. I mean, it seems like 2020, didn't hate us enough already with COVID-19 that now we got riots going on where people are losing the little that they had left. It's just embarrassing. I know of individuals out there. I've been reading about individuals who, had invested all their life savings, their 401ks into starting up a business. You got these idiots, these criminals, these stupid people out there burning their places down. Guys, it's madness. It's madness. I mean, think of it. Small business was already suffering because of lack of revenue coming in because of COVID-19 and because the shutdown is going throughout the country. And now the little that they had left, these idiots, these criminals went to break their windows, burn their shops down, steal their things. It's stupid. It's so very, very, very stupid and very unfortunate. So yes, anyone out there that's looting, that's stealing, that's ripping off, shoot them between the eyes. Shoot them all. Anyone that comes into your property to steal, to rape, to plunder, to pillage, shoot them. Shoot them. But don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. Guys, thank you all so much.
And don't go after your family too. Don't go after your family.
Don't go after your family. I mean, you could call me anything you want. Don't go after my family.
Yep.
I mean, and again, to all those, shouldn't be calling people names. Let me see them go after your family, and then you tell me the same. Cool. Guys, have a great rest of we'll have a great week. God bless. Take care. Stay safe. Any invitation in regards to graduation will be out there. Love y'all. Take care. Hasta luego. Bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, 9 in the morning.